Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. Today we're back again in the garage to try to finish getting this engine into the car. Today's goal is going to be just that, is to mate the transmission to the engine. I think if I can get the car to that point where the engine and trans is bolted into the car, I think that would be a great accomplishment for today, because just seeing the engine inside the engine bay is going to be pretty monumental. I'm also doing all of this by myself today, so got the cherry picker right over there. But again, today, if we can get this thing inside the car, that would be some great progress. All right, what did I do so far? So I got the injector adapters installed. The injector is plugged in. I've got Loctite on the fuel pressure regulator fasteners. I got the alternator belt on. Then I got the crank pulley torqued down as well. Got the new thermostat installed. And then the most time-consuming task today was to set the valve lash. I did 7 thousandths on the intake side and then 8 thousandths on the exhaust side. Recommendation from Charlie. This is his motor, so I'm going to set it up for his specs. But valve lash is set now, so I'm going to install the valve cover now and then continue on with the giant list that I have of small little things to tinker with. All right, we have made some pretty good progress. As you can see, I think I have everything buttoned up on the engine itself, except for the fuel feed line that's kind of just chilling there for right now until I figure out how I want to drain the tank. I might just use Honda to prime the pump and have that siphon out into a container somewhere. But I have the radiator support on, I've got the cooling system installed. Everything has been filled, so engine oil is in, the new oil filter. I opted to do a cheap 10W40 with the zinc additive for engine break-in. Charlie built this motor with clearances for a 40 weight oil, so that's what I'm gonna do. The transmission is filled with Honda manual transmission fluid. It's topped off, that's good to go. The cooling system has been filled. It's just running straight water with a VP Racing coolant additive. But other than that, I just need to drain the gasoline out of here and then refill it up with E85. I was going to make a brand new line for fuel feed. I am still going to, just the parts never got here in time. So that's probably going to happen next week when I get that in my possession. It's going to be all PTFE hose. But we're getting very, very close to being able to start this thing. Hopefully tomorrow, that's the goal. Front end is back on. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a new front bumper, new fenders, and I got the hood painted finally. It's actually black and matches the rest of the car. So the underside is still green, but we close the hood, it'll look like a completely black car. Look at that. Of course, everything doesn't really line up as far as the body panels because this has been in an accident before and it's all tweaked. But this looks not too bad. But I got the whole front end repainted from a body shop literally right across the street. Just a couple $100 for them to spray it. It's not the best. It's actually really bad. It is for sure like a 50-foot paint job. Looks great from 50 feet away, but from up close, not really good. But it's a track car. It's gonna get beat up. It's not supposed to look like a show car. So I'm happy with how it turned out. But again, it's not going to be perfect. But it's looking like a car again. The engine looks really good. I think I'm about 85% of the way there now. So we're gonna call it a day and we'll pick it up again tomorrow. All right, we're back in the garage and we just finished siphoning out the fuel from the fuel tank. Had a bunch more than I thought we initially had in there, but I think we filled up almost 8 gallons of 93. I ended up siphoning it out because I didn't want to drain the batteries. So we've got it pretty much empty now. Gotta install the new fuel pump right there onto the hanger, and that'll go back in. We'll go grab some E85, fill it up, and hopefully we'll be able to start it. Alright, so we're in the car now. We got the fuel pump installed back there. I can pretty much turn it on if I want. Via the switch, you can hear it. We've got it filled up with E85. We've got about half a tank in there, and I'm just setting up the map for it right now. Hopefully we can get it to start. I went ahead and downloaded the tuned map for the stock GSR, the previous motor, and I put that in a file so we don't lose that. And I'm creating an entirely new base map now on S Manager, and I've sized the injectors. I put in the injector dead times, and I've added overall fuel to the entire fuel maps, about 30%, which is typically what E85 is gonna require. Probably won't start. If it doesn't, then I'll go ahead and add more fuel, and I guess we can just go from there. But I think I'm okay with the map I have right now. I'm gonna go online and upload it, and it's working. We'll go ahead and start data logging, and we're going to, I guess, attempt to start it now. Cross fingers. Kind of wanted to a little bit. All right, we'll try it again. Nothing there. Maybe we need more fuel. I don't have an air fuel gauge, so I need to get a wide band. All right, so nothing there. We're gonna go ahead and add fuel. We'll add 10%. And see if it likes it. Update changes, and we'll try it again. Seemed to like it a little bit better. Let's try it again. Okay.
2,000 years later.
Okay, had some troubles trying to get it to start. Contacted Mikey, who will be tuning this car too. Gave me some advice to start back with the old map that I had up for the GSR, and I input all the new injector data into this same tuned map that he had, and we added 30% to overall fuel trim. I think it already had 25% added into it, so now we're at 55. Uploaded it to the ECU, and now we're gonna give it a shot again, so we'll see. Definitely adding really low. That was bouncing around like 500, 600. is from the cams or if it's from the actual engine not wanting to run right. I think it's a little bit of both. Alright, engine's been running for a little bit now. Cooling fan is on, we're up to temp. Lower hose is still a little bit cool. So we'll wait for that to get up to the same temp as the upper hose here. Then we'll go ahead and shut her off, but it definitely needs some fine tuning. But the whole point right now is to just get the cooling system bled out so we can seal that up and then start tackling the rest of the issues one by one. Get in there. Okay, so now it's been running for a little bit, shut it off. And now what we'll do now is we're going to lift the car up, we'll do an oil change on it, and then once we're done with that oil change, we'll go ahead and set the base ignition timing and mess around with the idle a little bit. Alright, as you can see, the engine is running and it's running relatively smoothly now. I ended up adding just a bunch of fuel to the overall fuel trim and it seemed to really like that. So we're in a good spot. We're ready to go and get this thing tuned. I already have the appointment set up with Rudd's Racing. They work with Mikey. Mikey tunes remotely while they run the dyno. So that will be next Tuesday. It is Tuesday today, so 1 week from today, we'll be getting the car tuned. And I believe we're gonna bring it there on Monday so that they can get a head start with the engine break-in, and then the tune on Tuesday. Stay tuned. Hope you guys liked the video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to stay up to date with the build and the tune video coming soon, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. As always, go ahead and share the video because it really helps out the channel. Till the next video, stay safe, stay smooth. I'll see you guys later.